What is up, everybody? DanDanTheFireman. We're going to jump into this, but first and foremost, grab yourself a Cardo Pack Talk Pro or the Edge. There's a sale, 10% off. Link in the description. Go ahead and grab one so you can talk to your buddies. But we're going to be watching this MotoStars video where we're going to talk about crashes and close calls, using the after-action review process, trying to see what happened, and try to apply the plan, method, MTC awareness stages, everything that I have created that the Academy will be showing once it's live,
with the rider who made it
and seeing how we could do better,
had to
basically.
solely on the quick reaction of the oncoming driver.
Okay, quick reaction of oncoming driver. Oh, he got a little distracted there. A little distracted. That driver was not in their path of travel. Let's take a look at that. So we're coming up here. It's a decreasing radius turn. It's a pretty sharp turn. It's a blind turn, right? So we're coming up to here. Look how much room we have. Okay, so we're in a good position for safety. This is the plan method if you don't know. Position for safety, hazardous situations, a corner, assessing any relevant threats. Well, it's not really a threat. We do have a path of travel. So to navigate it, kind of weird. Maybe we're going a little too fast. Maybe we didn't anticipate this, whatever it was. But we got very lucky straightening up the handlebars and applying the brakes. Thankfully, and then why I say we lucky is because that car driver also applied the brakes. So look how much room we have there. Now, it might not be exactly, you see the kind of discoloration here. Look, got a tire in there, not a big deal. But we do have an escape path, which is our actual path of travel right there. And that is a great looking arrow. But yeah, we do have an escape path. So we could have just went through there. But I think we got a little distracted and scared and went straight. Okay. So good job in not getting hit. But yeah, definitely a brown stage moment, right, Hog Rider? Definitely a brown stage moment. We panicked. Okay, so if you don't know what we're talking about there, this is the MTC awareness stages I go over in the Academy. Yellow stage, orange stage, red stage are pretty much are the things that you're going to be wanting to do outside of, you don't really want to do red. White stage, you're zoned out completely, like you're sleeping. Brown stage, you panicked, which is what happened here. Let's bring that back up. I need to make that last longer. That's what she said. Yellow stage, you're constantly scanning for things. You're not really on high alert. Orange stage, you're on high alert, typically around intersections, corners. You start seeing patterns like open lane patterns. We'll talk about that probably because it happens a lot. Red stage, we're actually going to have to swerve or emergency brake. So he did a good red stage, but it was a panic, okay? So that means that we need to practice our focal vision, not panic when we see a vehicle like that. Just stick with the route that we were going. Wouldn't have gotten hit. All right, so let's see what happens here, though. We'll utilize the plan method MTC awareness stages throughout the rest of the video. I just want to give a primer at the beginning. So intersections, orange stage here. Oh, somebody coming out of nowhere. That's the side of the vehicle. So that is when we should do a red stage maneuver. So we're in orange stage right now. It's like, high alert. Don't know if anybody's going to be coming out. Intersections are dangerous for motorcyclists. Let's figure out what happens here. So this person's not slowing down. They're getting into our path of travel right here. So we're going to honk the horn. I would prefer to do an emergency braking procedure. So a lot of good progressive braking. Hopefully that vehicle is going to continue going. We slow down enough to allow them to go so we don't T-bone them, which is kind of what happened there. Okay, so apply progressive braking. If we really, really wanted to, we could have applied progressive braking up until like this point, and then, oh no, we're not going to make it. So then you swerve left around them. Okay, you try your best, slow down, swerve left around them into that escape path. But did good. It was a close call, pretty scary. Wouldn't check your pants after that one. Crash incoming. Okay, first crash. Here we go. Oh geez, from him. Hits the ground. Second crash. So somebody followed him. Oh, what happened there though? You see the jostling of the bike? So a little bit of a brown stage there. We panicked and slammed that front brake and lost traction, and now we hit the ground. Oh, geez. So he doesn't have gear, so maybe road rash. Hopefully everyone's doing fine. If there's any major bleeds, because one thing that we do talk about a lot is the rescuing other people. So part of the curriculum that I teach is remain calm, ensure your own safety, quickly assess severity, the rescue method, basically. So we want to remain calm, check for any major bleeding, stop any major bleeding. And then other than that, call 911 because there's not much you can do outside of stopping those bleeds. Can't really fix internal bleeding. Can't really fix a spinal cord injury, broken bones. So you want to get them to the hospital if that's the case. But if they're bleeding, you can control that for the most part if you have the right tools, like a tourniquet, some gauze. So that's where we hit. A little bit of a laceration, not too bad.
Hey!
So this is where that's where remaining calm comes into play, and also ensuring your own safety. Okay, a little bit of a panic. So what we would be doing here is that this dude is doing nothing. I would have sent him, hey, go over here before that turn and start doing this. Start waving people down, because we're in the middle of the roadway right now. We want to protect ourselves.
But
All right, can't see much. Our rabbit ears are up. We don't have any gear. And we dumped the bike somehow. So it looks like it's a little bit wet on the ground. Maybe we slammed the tires. Maybe the tires had low tread. We don't know. Let's go and take a look. Just don't slam the brakes.
Here is another case where the rider finds himself in a risky situation depending
Risky
on the
situation.
driver's reaction.
Okay, let's see. Maybe a driver pulls out in front of us.
In time.
Driver's in the wrong lane.
Where the accident's gonna happen. So he's turning.
Oh,
He
after
doesn't
action review.
Enough, and we'll kind of
Oh.
go through what happened, and then as you can see, he goes off the road.
Okay, so they're doing their own after action review, which is great. Okay, so we weren't leaning enough, weren't turning, weren't counter steering enough. At this speed, we're not going super fast, so it's really a rider skill set error. And so if you're not as experienced and maybe you panic a little bit, going slower helps out in these situations. So just going a little bit slower until you get that skill set of counter steering. So slowly, progressively get better.
It's gonna happen. So he's turning.
So going a little wide.
Enough, and we'll
So right here's a little bit of a panic because he sees the car coming. So he straightens up the bike so he doesn't hit the car. Thankfully, the car scooted over a little bit, but it's kind of dangerous for us.
go through what happened.
And he goes off the edge. This is when you rescue them afterwards.
As you can see,
And you didn't commit
road.
to the turn. All right, here we go. Going a little fast. Oh, hit a bump. Got all the speed wobbles. Wrong time to take your hands off the handlebars, though. So hit a bump, got some speed wobbles. All right. Let's see what happens here. We got any sheep? There's a sheep. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Good job evading and finding that escape path. When you start to see animals on the side of the road, go a little bit slower. You don't know what they're going to do. And it's easier to swerve at slower speeds. So handled that well. Get back in your lane. There you go. And moving on. The music. So someone's getting airlifted. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. We're out in the mountains. Somebody's getting airlifted. That's an expensive ride right there. And is this all we're going to see? Oh, no. We're going to listen to this music too. Okay, so what happened here? We're going to go ahead and low side. Going a little fast for the area. Using it as a personal racetrack. Is this in the California mountains? Right in the comments. Oh, there's the low side. Are we going to hit the guardrail? Yeah. Oh, before the guardrail. So, probably broken bones. There it is. Very expensive. Oof.
A very dangerous
That's a max wrist ride? Oh. Yep.
situation with the driver on the left
That
lane
sounds about right.
and completely ignored the rider. Fortunately,
Okay.
ended with just a damaged bike.
Just a damaged bike. So I use my phone like that right there on my handlebars, and it tells me in my cardo. Oh, thankfully it's just a damaged bike and not a broken leg, which can happen from those T-bone accidents. Okay, so they weren't paying attention. Maybe they were supposed to stop. Who knows? But once again, when it comes to the MTC awareness stages, orange stage around intersections. Okay, we want to be on high alert. We don't want to just creep out, or we don't want to just go out. We want to creep out. There you go. And be aware of that. So they're not stopping. They're not stopping. So emergency progressive braking. Now it's a red stage maneuver because we have to do something. Emergency. So part of the plan method is that navigating of an active threat. This is a relevant threat because they are coming into our lane. Not good. Not good. Yeah, possibly sun in the face for the driver, right? But still, they should have been paying attention and looked both ways. And maybe not blasted through. Oh, geez, the bike is hissing.
On sent.
It's hissing.
Je sais pas si c'est qui a grillé la priorité, mais
Relieved that she admitted fault. Oh, never admit fault on a car accident and let investigation determine that. Unless you want to be honest and have an integrity, you know. We're going to move on. This seems like it's taking forever, Motostars. Come on now. There we go. Yeah, driver white zoned. Pulled in too fast into a lot. Locked up the front brake on the gravel. Uh-oh. So slow it down before you're actually going to be turning into something. And if you're going too fast, just go past it, do a U-turn, and come back to it. So let's see what happens here. So there's some gravel here. Slow it down, slow it down. We want to turn, intersection coming up. Oh, going pretty fast. We slowed it down. But don't be applying the brakes once you start hitting that gravel. Aye. There's that. See that knee? How it ripped up instantly? I mean, that could be your flesh. This is why we have armor. So acquire and use personal protective equipment. Aye, that looks like it's going to hurt. And it might not look like much, but the impact could break your patella. So we're coming up to here. Let's take a look. Come up to here. So slow it down. We did right here, where it's kind of going straight into it, but then we're having to turn because we're going to run off a road. So when the bike is still straight, you can apply progressive brake pressure. You can maybe use your rear brake at this point, and then once you slow down enough, then you can make that turn. But yes, slowing down while you have asphalt is better. So let's go back to just a little bit here, because sometimes this happens, and it's scary. So right here, let's go ahead and go a little bit further. So right here, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, and then make a nice 90-degree turn into it. And then you can maintain like a 15 miles per hour into this dirt lot. So going a little too fast, transitioning from asphalt to gravel can do this. Just lost traction, hit that knee, and that's where armor is placed. So wear some gear just in case. Come on, Motostars. You really padded this with 2 videos. All right, here we go. Coming up to here. Intersection, once again, orange stage. Good job with braking. Solving that issue with good progressive braking. What do we got here? Somebody merging into the right turn lane. Don't know what they're going to be doing. Intersection's coming up. Just let them in. Don't worry about rev bombing. Just let them in. Kind of saw that happening. Let them in. Create your space cushion once again. Stay in your lane. Okay. Yeah. Turns. People are pretty terrible. So good job finding a position for safety. So this right here is an orange stage. We're in the middle of a corner. We see the car right there. We move over. Now, this is the position that I was talking about. So position for safety. So we see a relevant threat right here. We're going to navigate it by getting ourselves into a new position for safety. So it's cyclical. Okay, it's constantly rotating. It's a new position for safety. And once we get past them, we're doing the plan method again and over and over and over and over and over again so that we can maintain a good position for safety. So now we're here. Now we have to find out what our position for safety is. And we're doing fine here. Interesting. GoPro 4. I used to have one of those. Okay, little mob ride, group ride thing.
Slightly test the patience of these riders. At one point, the driver deliberately tries to ruin the ride.
Oh, geez. We got a rider upset, or a driver upset. So everyone's kind of going around him. So if you're the driver here, it's kind of freaky to have just everyone kind of going around you. Just kind of maintain your speed, be predictable, let the riders go around you. But if you're in a group ride like this, it's just realize that's what you're doing to other car drivers. You're making it really uncomfortable, which, you know, it's not really, it can be your fault, not your fault if somebody's uncomfortable. But we're also on motorcycles and cars or on the road, dangerous. It's good to be a cooperative rider and a cooperative driver. Seems like they're not doing anything crazy right now. Oh, they're doing wheelies. Never mind. Take that back. Doing the wheelies, having some fun. Kind of all over the place. As a car driver, I just let them get in front. Not a big deal for me. Yeah, a little bit of a mob ride, but they're trying to get into lanes, but they keep switching lanes. So what's going to happen here, Motostars? Got a car driver upset, accelerating. They're having a bad day, whatever it was. You know, it's the end of the day. Maybe you got an argument with their girlfriend. Okay, nothing. I mean, the car driver is doing what the motorcycle riders did. accelerating, decelerating, accelerating, kind of going all over the place. The car driver did it, but it's scary to us as motorcycle riders because they hit us, we go down. But if you're doing it, guess what? Can't be upset when someone else does it. All right, we're moving on. Okay, now they're getting a little nutty. Okay, now they're cutting in. Didn't have to get in that lane to go straight, right? Let's see what the other arrow says on the road. Can't really tell. Didn't really have to cut in. Okay, this was a really dumb video. That's the end of the video. Oh, we got one more. Sweet. Let's take a look. We padded this. MotoStars, we 3 really long videos. Not much going on here. Here we go. We got one more. Oh, illegal U-turn. Get to the right. New position for safety. Watch out for somebody behind you. Oh, this is like a road rage video. All right, so we're coming up to here. Somebody's doing an illegal U-turn. When it comes to planning your ride, hey, thanks for the $4.99. Appreciate that, Darius. When it comes to planning a ride, we see hazards. We're locating it. We're assessing. Yes, it's in our lane of travel. We have to navigate it. So at this point, we're going to have to do some good progressive braking because they're going to take our path of travel. And at this point, if we're not slowing down enough, we're going to have to find an escape path. We got to get ourselves out of here. We don't want to be stuck in traffic behind this person. So just get yourself out of there. Don't worry about the road rage stuff. That's an emotional regulation problem that we have here. So don't do this. Don't do that. Just get out of there. All right, MotoStars, this is, I'd give it a 2 out of 10 on this one. But we did a video. We got some plans going on. We got to see the MTC awareness stages. But yeah, once again, if you guys want to grab a Cardo Pack Talk Edge or the Pro, please do so. Great music, great speakers, everything. Good app. But with that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and be a smart rider.